Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 19 of the Universal iRacing Series with the Filtertime Cup Series. Logan Brink went top of the board in qualifying, and this is the cutoff race for the round of 8, so whoever can get through this race will advance the Championship 4. Brink looked very, very strong in practice. He took the top time, and he is only 9 points above the cut. So just going to see what kind of lap Logan Brink can set down here. Obviously, you take it high in 3 and 4 so you can get down with momentum and cut the dog leg. It's just how it works here at Phoenix. You want to get as close to the wall as you can. Maybe leave a little bit of breathing room so you can... Oh, it's a wall hit. Might be a 0x. Yes, he's going to probably reset. No, maybe he didn't get an incident point for that. Probably not going to invalidate his lap. Finnegan Myers, one of the top drivers this season. Won last season's championship, wants to be a contender for this one. He goes top of the board to stay for the moment. No, Y.D. Thompson takes over that spot. Run the middle group here. Y. Thompson on his second lap. Road top of the board, spins out across the line. Tyler Helms goes P number 2. Second lap here, too. Finnegan Myers out of 4. Improves the lap time. Goes 26.544. He is top of the board. Brink improves on his second lap. 26.613. Tyler Helms into P2. 26.601. So multiple times are being set. Trevino on his second lap, only best for a 26.751, your current points leader. Trenton Wilkin goes second place, now once again kicking Tyler Helms to the third spot with a 26.586, closest to Finnegan Myers as we've seen. Probably just running some extra laps here. Wyatt Blair finishes his lap, P8. Brown in the wall. He will not get a time down. So we have a little bit more over 2 minutes of qualifying left, and Finnegan Myers is currently top of the charts in qualifying. Let's go and get an interview with Zachary Trevino if I can pull him into the UIS booth. Are you kidding me? There we go. Zachary Trevino, welcome to the UIS booth.
Hey.
Hey, man. You're top of the, you are top of the chain in points right now. You just currently qualified P5. Probably a little more disappointing than what you wanted, but how are you feeling about tonight's race?
Yeah, that was very disappointing there from qualifying. I mean, in practice I was top of the boards. But yeah, we're feeling good. Next week is the championship race. Definitely gonna have a good run at it this year. I haven't made a champion race at all this week, so yeah. That'll be interesting. Definitely a fast car, just messed up in qualifying there. Overdrove the hell out of it, and it's very unfortunate.
Well, your second place points person, Finnegan Myers, he went top of the board for this session. Do you think you got something for him today?
I mean, yeah, I think, honestly, I'm very confident with this track. So I think we can put on a show here tonight. I think I'll do good. I just got to survive the start and save them tires.
Do you have anything else you want to say before we let you go back to your car?
Yeah, I just want to shout out Finnegan Myers family and just Finnegan Myers for being here. I just want to thank my girlfriend, just want to thank Logan Brink, Nicholas Rode, Spencer, and Cash Culp for all being here. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thank you, Zach. We'll let you go.
You're welcome. All right, appreciate it.
We'll put you back to your VC. All right. Well, you heard it from Zachary Trevino, your current points leader. He is looking forward to tonight's race, and Finnegan Myers will take the pole for tonight's race by about 500ths for tonight's main event. Getting on the grid And speaking of grid, we're going to go through the grid order pretty fast here. So, obviously, there's a lot of time, so we can definitely take our time with this. But yeah. So let's go to our starting order. And leading our race from the pole, it's going to be Finnegan Myers and the number 12 Ford Mustang. Starting in second is Trenton Wilkin. Been a little bit of an underdog, but he's been proving as of late. Tyler Helms in the third position. Logan Brink, a previous Cup Series champion, along with Finnegan Myers. Both of them trying to chase another title. Zachary Trevino always comes up short every season. Never made a championship race, but he's definitely been one of the cars to do so, and he's looking strong this season. Nicholas Martinez Jr. in 6th. Wyatt Blair 7th. Wyatt D. Thompson in 8th. And we move on to Nicholas Rode in 9th. Christian Zarate in 10th, who just recently signed a contract with Cash Culp Racing for next season. Alexander Ortega starts 11th. Peter Hoppy 12th. Cash Culp 13th. And Jackson Brown 14th. So there's only a 14-car field here tonight, which we had a little more, I think, for the contender race last night. But that's okay. Nonetheless, Phoenix is one of those racetracks where you're probably going to get some green flag runs, and it's about making the most of it. And we definitely saw that last night with Martinez putting up an absolute heater last night of a dominating victory. I think the second most dominant in contender history. It was an incredible show of display from Martinez. So look out for him tonight, too. Rolling off the grid now. So like I said, Finnegan Myers is obviously going to lead us to the green here in the number 12. And, you know, it's been honestly a pretty crazy showcase of events lately. I think it's a 1 to green, so pace car will pull off here. Finnegan Myers will lead us to green. And definitely one of the best pole masters here in the Universal iRacing Series. Always so strong finding pole here. Myers leading us to green. Trenton Wilkin on the outside. Who is going to prevail in tonight's race? We're coming to the auto parts restart zone with the 2 white lines. You see it? Here we go. Green flag waving from Phoenix, and we're underway. The cutoff to the championship. Down into turn number 1. It looks like a hornet's nest. Martinez getting cycled out. Around goes Martinez. Finnegan Myers also sideways in the wall. Currently still green, but they're 4 wide going into turn 2. Myers, Martinez both lost an incredible amount of positions, but Wilkin stays in the lead. Leads lap number 1. Tyler Helms in the 83 looking beyond. That shuffling definitely took out a little bit of the order. Brink, Trevino, all of them looking excited. Myers getting blocked in the back. Racing each other. Rode trying to defend off Finnegan Myers. Christian Zarate putting the block on him too. Martinez making his way back up through the field. 3 wide going into turn 1. Almost making a little bit of contact through 1. And the 35 of Brown keeps it going without hitting Martinez. Rode and Zarate are defending for their life back there. Wilkin still leads lap number 3. Brink, Trevino just following into a rhythm. Down to the inside. It's going to be Ortega. Down the inside of Jackson. Brown coming out of turn 2. Brown with the beautiful exit off, almost in the wall, but they're side by side going into turn 3. A little bit of spark shooting out, a little bit of a grounding, but Ortega overtakes Brown, but Brown's going to give him the crossover and cutting the dog leg. Brown, Ortega still fighting side by side. Ortega with the upper hand here, but Brown is clear out of turn 2. Myers trying to make a move at the moment on Christian Zarate. Holding strong on the outside. Road parking in front of the 12. They're boxing him in. Crossover underneath of Nicholas Road. Myers is going to get in front of him. Zarate trying to fight Myers out of turn 2. Myers gets clear. Setting his sights on the pack ahead as they're all single file. Lap 7 in the books, and Wilkins still leading it, followed by Helms, Brink, and Trevino. And then Martinez, which went for an earlier slide, but he regained control and he's back into 5th. Speaking of the slide, these next-gen tires with the new tire model they have, they are not forgiving whatsoever when you get into those kind of slides. So his tires and Myers will probably be at a little bit of a disadvantage. Wyatt Blair, a little bit of a new face seeing here in the field. Jackson Brown making a move on his underside, cutting the dog leg. Sparks shooting everywhere as they go towards turn 1, and he's clear of Wyatt Blair for 6th. Ortega trying to battle up on Blair, but it's hard to pass here. One-lane racetrack for the most part, and just these next-gen cars are full of dirty air, and it's so hard to pass. Left him a little bit of bottom to get a run out. Wyatt Blair looking inside. Ortega not going to be there, but once again looking inside. Blair shutting the door with the air. But Ortega gets the run, trying to find something for 3. Not enough. Myers starting to close in a little bit for that battle too. Wilkin has led all 10 laps so far. Some of these guys probably just laying it back a little bit, wanting to save their tires. And that's understandably a right thing to do. Helms maybe pushing a little bit, almost in the wall right there out of turn 2. Right on the back bumper, Trevino. It's the 48. You can see they shift. Martinez to the inside. Trying to get a look on Trevino, but Trevino's going to prevail. Racing back towards turn 3. These two are probably going to be one of the ones to watch tonight. In terms of battle, Martinez also very good at Phoenix, and Trevino always feeling good when he comes to this racetrack. Down the inside, Martinez. Just on the underside, but Trevino's going to have the run off turn 2. Wilkins still leading. Blair getting passed on the inside of Finnegan Myers by Finnegan Myers, and he is clear for P number 8. Now trying to hunt down Alexander Ortega. They're almost getting into each other right here. Martinez, Trevino. Just see the dirty air blocks him off right there. Into the dirty air. Zoo gonna hit the wall a little bit. It's just how these next-gen cars are, is they'll pull you up the track when you're behind someone. And it's very tough to get a pass done just because of that. Big lunge. Major lunge on Trevino. Oh, he's gonna get it done in one corner. Martinez gets past Trevino, but it's not over yet as they go towards turn number 3. Trevino taking the wider line. Martinez flushing out towards the wall. A little bit of a scrape. They're racing each other for the top 5. Trevino just needs to finish this race tonight, and he'll make the championship round. He's that quick, or that far ahead in the points. Been showing off a bit of quickness in this playoff atmosphere. Has definitely stepped up his game. Wilkin currently your fastest car on track. No, that goes to Martinez now. So Martinez setting his sights on the car in front of him. Trevino just let him go. Not worth it. Oh, a little bit of a battle in the back. Myers cutting all the way down to the wall trying to get to Ortega. Going bottom. Now he's running the middle so he could try and get a little bit of that clean air. Jackson Brown to the wall. Ortega, them side by side into turn 3. Lets off a little early. Ortega able to get through. Brown, clean air. Myers just putting a peek under the 38. They're trying to race. It's a 3-car battle. Finnegan Myers just below Brown, trying to get around. The dirty air in front makes it oh so hard. Brown around the outside, almost in the wall. Myers has to go low to avoid. Myers just trying to get a little peek under Ortega. Couldn't quite do it. Dirty air snatched him up quick. Brown, Myers racing each other, bumper to bumper. Following Ortega's dirty air stream. Martinez setting his sights on Logan Brink. Wilkins still the fastest car on track. Let's go on board. Martinez is in 4th, and he's actually gaining on Brink right now. But there's a battle to watch right here for 6th, and Ortega and Finnegan are going at it. Slide job a little bit, putting the 38 up the track. 38, Ortega staying side by side with Finnegan out of turn 2. They're going to run towards turn 3. Myers with the advantage, but Ortega oh so close getting there. Myers up the track. Ortega crossover. Looking to go towards the dogleg. You just see pinching each other. Oh, they're racing. They're making contact. Still racing hard. Ortega gets to the back bumper of Finnegan Myers. They're still racing towards turn 1. Multiple laps. You got to ask when it's going to stop. But Ortega's not giving up. And Myers just keeps hunting down Zachary Trevino. So that's going to play a factor into this battle too. They're racing each other. Myers with a mistake. Ortega capitalizes into turn 3. He's clear. Myers trying to cross over, but Ortega with the momentum. They race towards turn number 1 once again. Not side by side this time. Ortega might throw a little bit of a block to the air. Nah, he goes bottom. Playing defensive. Trevino looking in his mirror, seeing the battle behind. Martinez right behind Logan Brink. trying to get past the 24 car. Myers gonna have a little bit of a run off here, maybe. No, in the wall a little bit, but he gains some steady progress. Battle for third. Martinez down the inside of Logan Brink. Trying to get past him and make up that spot he lost early in the race. Now he's back into P3. Tyler Helms starting to put the heater on Trenton Wilkin in front. But it's a 5-car battle back here. All of these guys neck and neck within tenths of each other. Man, these guys are... Oof, they're battling. It's just a 3-car battle here. Trevino holding off Ortega a little bit. Ortega sends one around the outside, getting dirty air block from Logan Brink. But the outside in turn 2 is going to prevail. Ortega with the run into 3. Trevino has the inside, but the runoff is going to be questionable. Towards the dogleg. He cuts it big. Ortega, Trevino still side by side. Trevino pushing him up into Logan Brink. Myers looking to make something work on the bottom. Trying to go 3 wide. Getting a clean air patch. Hunting down on Trevino. To his inside. See if he has the momentum to make the pass. Trevino, I mean, it's out of turn 2. Gets shoved up a little bit, almost into the wall, but Trevino still prevailing into 3 nonetheless. Lap 33, or lap 32 in this race. And it's already... they're already battling like it's the final stage, or the final stage of the race. Brink just holding on to Martinez. Now Brink putting on the heat. Ortega trying to get to Brink. Looks like these 3 right now are just not able to get past each other or build any separation. It's just a 3-car tandem. But to the inside is Myers. Ortega gives the dirty air dump in front of the 16. Ortega in the wall. Trevino clear of Myers. They still run towards turn 3. Wilkins still your leader of this race, and Logan Brink trying to defend off Alexander Ortega. Ortega down the inside, but turn 2 outside should prevail. Brink is clear. Already in caution will fly. Incident on the racetrack. Oh, it's Jackson Brown. See what happened. So, car is already damaged. Front end damage. Might have some toe damage. Might be limping into pit road. Goes into turn 1 and just maybe downshifts to 3rd gear. We got to take a look at this. Oh, yeah, downshifts 2 gears when he held in the clutch and spun him around. Yeah, we've all done that. We've been there before. You see fifth gear, going down the second, let go of the clutch, and yeah, the car can't handle those RPMs, so he's lucky that he even walked away without a blown motor. Wilkin down pit road. Many of the top cars are. Wilkin trying to get out first, but it's Tyler Helms. Jumps him off pit road. Wilkin, Brink, Martinez, Ortega, Trevino, Myers. Different strategies here with these cars. Road. Christian Zarate down pit road now. Tyler Helms is going to be your race leader here on lap 36, coming to 37. Yeah, position swap for the front two, as Tyler Helms had an amazing pit stop to just be able to jump Trenton Wilkin like that. But the field is practically reset. We're all together, fresh tires. Could just be like the race start. Could see a couple get out of control. We could see something incredible even. But Tyler Helms has the control. He's going to head us into the O'Reilly's Auto Parts restart zone. As you see the two lines right there. Able to go within those two, and green flag back out. He jumps early. Going towards the dogleg. They're not allowed to cut it early. Everyone clear. Running towards turn number one. Ortega takes it to the bottom, 3 wide. Trent Wilkin getting cycled out into the 4th spot. Tyler Helms arrow blocks Ortega off for turn 2. Touring side by side, 3 wide into turn 3. And Wilkin getting in the brink a little bit, out of line. Ortega, he's clear for 2nd. Martinez coming in like a cannonball for 3rd. Still racing hard. Martinez dives down to the inside of Ortega, trying to get to Tyler Helms too. Martinez hard to the wall, and that's a wreck for many of the championship cars. Playoff shambles. Martinez not clear. Ortega there. They all wreck. Major front end damage. Trent Wilkin involved. Hard hits for the cars. Martinez hard into the fence. Ortega, his race is finished. No fast repairs. Your race is done. Many cars involved in that accident. Brink with a little bit of damage. Couple cars out clear. And that was a terrific or a horrific wreck. Just see here. Just trying to clear Ortega. Not clear and hard into the wall. Ortega hits hard. Brink also hit really hard with Wilkin, and let's go take a look at that. He just nowhere to go. Just hard into the wall. That's Martinez's day. And then we just put in slow motion here. You can just see Martinez just going towards the wall. Just hard hit. His car is destroyed. Ortega's done after he gets hit by Brink, I would say. His car is... There's no way you're getting that back in contention. And Brink, even then, front left is going to be heavily destroyed. Just back up into the track. His car won't steer. Thompson involved. Wilkin with some damage. That's just a tough hit. Zarate a little bit in the back, too. Brink stays out. Yeah, Ortega's car is destroyed. Thompson lucky to escape with not a lot of damage, but I wouldn't expect Ortega to be competent for the rest of the night. So, a couple cars now out of the race, or cars that have been out of the race. I would officially rule out Peter Hoppy. Jackson Brown, he suffered a mechanical fault with the gearbox. Martinez, his car's destroyed. Zarate back in this. Ortega, heavy front end damage. We're going to see if he can be able to get this one back going. We're going into Auto Parts, O'Reilly Auto Parts restart zone. Tyler Helms leads us to green flag. Brink, maybe not with a lot of damage, a little bit of minor body damage as they go towards turn number 1. Myers filling in the second spot. Trevino trying to shoot the gap right under Logan Brink. That damage is extreme on that 24. You can see it holding him back already. Looking down the inside for the lead, Finnegan Myers. On lap 44, the 12, your last season's champion, takes the lead of this race. They're still battling going into turn 1, but Myers does have the upper hand. Helms high up in the groove, but out of turn 2, he's going to build some momentum, crossing over the 12. They roar towards turn number 3. Helms taking none of it. He wants the inside. Myers generous, gives him the bottom, no dirty air. And Helms is going to be forced to stay in that second position. And Trevino trying to attack on the outside. Out of turn 2, the advantage is there. Trevino clear for second. Trevino cutting the dogleg, trying to get to Finnegan Myers. A tenth separates the top 2. Myers cuts underneath, tries to give Trevino some dirty air. Helms struggling on the top. Run coming for Trevino. Going into 3. Opts for the middle lane to stay out of the dirty air. Takes it a little wide. Myers cutting low. Trevino trying to attack back. Ortega's still holding up decently well, honestly. I'm shocked his car wasn't destroyed after that wreck. Not doing too bad, honestly. Brink is struggling. You can see it with that car. It's damage. You can see it's there. A little bit of body damage. But it's definitely impacting the aero of that number 24. Pass for 5th. Wyatt Blair gets past Logan Brink. The damage 24 trying to limp it around. Wilkin in the back. You can see his car is also destroyed. Myers still leading here on lap 49. We're almost a third of the way through this race. And we've already seen cars wreck out. We've seen plenty of chaos. And this race has only gotten started. We're going to take you over to the points graphic at the moment while we'll divide your attention on the screen, but looking at our point standings, Martinez was above the cut line. And after this, he's going to be almost bottom barrel. He could be out of the championship 4. Got to watch out for Tyler Helms. And Tyler Helms could easily knock him out. Pretty much Brink, Trevino, and Myers are pretty much the safe ones right now. Helms, you got to watch out for. It's going to be Helms versus Martinez. He's 8 points up on Martinez right now. So, what happens, we won't know. He did not take pole. He didn't do any of that such. So, no bonus points for him. He didn't even lead a lap. And Helms, he hasn't, but he's trying. Just battling with Trevino here. But this could be a battle to watch to the finish for the championship. All three of these cars sitting side by side. Yeah, Helms is going to need one ride here, though, to be able to, you know, get the points needed. Ooh, Helms. Yeah, these two trying to go at it, battling for second. Trevino puts Helms up in the wall with the air. These two going at it. Helms trying to get the run off at turn number 2. Separated by 0.2 of a second. Brink, Ortega, them two battling. Both struggling cars with damage. Myers still leads into turn 1, followed by Trevino. Helms still trying to put on the pressure in the attack on Trevino. These two trying to ek it out, but it's going to be a tough road for Helms to, you know, get in the championship, like I just said before, because I've been informed that, you know, he needs a at minimum second place finish with 3 bonus points. And you get 3 bonus points from one objective. So what I mean is you either have to have the fastest lap or the most laps led to win this race. So it's gonna be tough. Fastest lap or most laps led. Which Myers is, you know, he's now, you know, Trenton Wilkin has led the most laps in this race. So there's still a chance Helms can definitely take that. But it's going to be close, and he's going to need to, like I said, put on some serious pace if he wants to get this. Or he just has to come out swinging in a pit stop cycle and have the fastest lap, which he does not at the moment. And that fastest lap actually does belong to Trenton Wilkin. Trenton Wilkin has the fastest lap, a 26.818. Where Helms has a 26.960. So Helms needs the fastest lap. That's what I would bank on for Tyler Helms in terms of pointage. Whoa, little loose in a 3. Tyler Helms in the 83, swinging it out, rear end. Putting a little bit of rubber on those tires, or taking off. Blair's moved into 5th. Ortega to 6th on Brink. got past him. Christian Zarate right behind them, trying to look for a move. Wilkin moving into the picture. Tega's going to be clear. Zarate gets past Brink for 7th. Brink falling to 8th. Oh, so, you know, if Brink keeps falling at the rate he does, Helms just could finish. Boots him up the track. Ortega falling a little bit. Brink wants none of it. If something happens to Logan and Helms finishes 8 spots in the wrecking, Brink to the inside wall. That's it. That's what he needed. And caution will fly, and Brink's championship hopes at the moment have gone up in smoke. That is one destroyed car. Dumped by Ortega. They fight hard. Wow! That makes it even sweeter for Tyler Helms. He's sitting in the pretty seat now. You see Ortega just coming off corner exit. Brink's there, and netcode. Netcode hit, and that put Brink in the wall. That car is messed up. Tyler Helms just needs, at this moment, with Brink being in 10th, just needs 2nd or better. I'm positive, or he might need to win. Still get bonus points, maybe. If Brink continues to fall, then, which he won't, worst he will finish his 10th. This makes it a little easier on Tyler. Going a lap down here. So now he is a lap down. Car mangled. See who beats whoever on pit road. Myers off first. Helms 2nd. Trevino 3rd. Blair has not pitted, but he is on the lead lap. Still on his old strategy. Myers, your freshest tires in the highest running order. Yeah, Brink is only above the cut line by +9. It's gonna need a hell. On this restart with these fresh tires, Tyler has to gun for the fastest lap. I would say this is one of the restarts, you know, early, just get it done. Gun for the fastest lap. Because you can get those bonus points, it'll help you transfer through. And that Logan wrecking right there, I would think helped Martinez. Martinez is, I would say, he's not in such a bad spot anymore. It's Brink who is now. Logan Brink is the one in a devastating spot. So we're doubled up. We're getting ready to go back green. Strategy being played out here. The 0-0 of Wyatt Blair. Or the 0 of Wyatt Blair. Coming into the restart zone. He's your leader. Myers outside. Myers gets the restart. And Wyatt Blair leads us to green. Tyler Helms sneaking up on the inside of Myers. They're racing towards turn 1. Helms to the back end of the 0. And Helms gets through for the lead, but Myers on the outside. Trevino behind Myers looking for an opportunity. Myers takes the lead, and Trevino goes to the outside. He guns for second. Trevino trying to make a lane work, crosses over, getting the run off the momentum off of turn 2. They roll towards turn 3. And it's going to be Trevino sliding into second. Helms third. Zarate getting passed by Nicholas Road for fourth. Finnegan Myers, fastest lap of the race. 26.808. Still a battle for third. Brink a lap down, albeit, but still running better than Ortega, Wilkin. Car not totaled. Still has a shot at this later on if we get a yellow flag that flies. The downshift from Myers. You see them downshift here at Phoenix. Yeah, for Helms to effectively lock himself in, he would need to win this race or get second with a form of bonus points. Fastest lap, most laps led. He's not eligible for pole points, did not take pole. That was Finnegan Myers. But he is not a question to this equation. So the only extremely effective way for Helms to lock himself in would be to win the race. But he can do it off of points. He just has to finish second or higher with a form of bonus points. And could possibly do it with third now. We're only halfway through this, and it's only going to get more and more chaotic. Final race of the round of 8 here in the Universal iRacing Series Filtertime Cup Series. Every race has some form of dramatics when it comes to the cutoff race for the championship. Points are tight, activity is high, and everyone just wants to win. And you could see the price it took on Martinez. Martinez looking good, but it's Brink that should be worried at the moment. Because Brink's only in 10th. Martinez is actually in 12th. So, you know, actually Logan and Martinez are tied on points right now. So, it's going to come down to some other form of statistic, probably wins, I think, or highest place finish. I do not remember, so don't quote me on that, but it could be based on the highest place finish in this round. But that's if Tyler knocks the two out. Or knocks one of them out at least. Not much going on, just a normal Phoenix green flag run, but Helms starting to put the pressure on Zachary Trevino in front. Helms was a little bit of a 5/10 quicker last lap. I think Trevino ran into a bit of a mistake last time by. I think we saw. Yeah, so Helms needs this second position. I would say effectively, Myers and Trevino are locked into the round of 4. It's up to Martinez, Helms, and Logan Brink, who are in the fight for possibly being in the cutoff. Helms getting on Trevino. Trevino up into the wall a little bit. Helms swings underneath, trying to get a run towards turn number 1. Takes the top towards the wall. Probably going to swing it down to get a run off turn 2. That's exactly what he does. Trying to haul the mail down the back. Glendale, Arizona is a unique racetrack. It truly is. Phoenix is one of those tracks where you're like, what is this layout? And he's got a basically 4 corners in the form of multiple straightaways. And, you know, actually before, I think it was around the mid-2010s, Phoenix was actually ran in a reverse order than this, except they weren't turning right, but the start-finish line was on the what is now backstretch. So right here would have been the start-finish line for Phoenix. And this would be turn 1, but it's 3 and 4. And your backstretch was the big dog leg, and it was not cuttable then. But they've paved it over since. You can cut that dog leg, and you see many cars go down there to gain an advantage, and it's bumpy. I mean, you're shooting sparks everywhere. Your car's grounding out. It's dangerous, but it gains you time. So it, you know, makes you question what the risks are of doing that in this. Yeah, Myers still leading about the gap, 2 seconds. Pulled away since. Helms still trying to battle on Trevino, but that dirty air is so tough. He's in the wall a little bit, but trying to forge a run off turn 2. Cannot. Trevino still holding strong, allowing Road to inch closer and closer. Helms goes wide. Out of 4. Gaining the run back towards turn 1. Helms closing in. Into 3. Trevino, a wide arc. Did not overrun. Helms taken by the dirty air. You could see it. Just pulled him back. No downforce on that front end. These two still going at it. And the gap is only shrinking and shrinking. Yeah, Trevino's just good at taking that wide arc. Takes the air off of Tyler's front end. Tyler might need to start taking a wide arc too to counteract what Trevino is doing to him. Helms just staying behind Trevino, trying to get a gap to him. And Myers, just albeit, is just pulled away by 3 seconds. He's gone. There's no question. But all eyes are on Tyler Helms to make the championship. Helms, Trevino, they're still battling. It's tough to say what the outcome's going to be because, as Finnegan's pulling away, everyone is getting spread out, and Logan Brink has moved into 9th. So a little less danger. Now Martinez is on the cut if Tyler Helms does pull a little bit of heroics. We're going to have to see. This one's going to be one to watch the finish. Helms falling further and further back. Trevino starting to pick up the pace. Maybe trying to chase down Finnegan Myers. Only 27 laps so far on this green flag run. Road in the wall a little bit back there. Trevino just keeps on pulling away from Helms now. Nothing Tyler can do. The air is too strong. Yeah, his car's just not driving well because, you spend your time battling and then, the car in front of you is just, maintaining his pace. And then on top of that, he's dirty air blocking you. It's really tough to get around people like that in the Next Gen Series Cup car. And Trevino going to the wall, maybe trying to gain a little bit extra time. Off of turn 2, just trying to get a clean line. See what kind of lap time he can pull here out of turn 4. Because not gaining on Finnegan Myers. The gap now 4 seconds. Myers already down the backstretch, and Trevino's just getting out of 2. But Helms is coming. He's trying. He wants second. Might have to do one more pit stop before this one's over. Should at least. As we're about 61 to go. So yeah, with around 61 to go here on this race, it's just, obviously just a battle with points at this stage because we don't know who's going to make it into the championship. Martinez is out of the race due to an incident early on in the race, and Brink is, he's just legging it around. He is barely safe. And Helms is just trying to hunt for second and get some bonus points. Take a fastest lap because that's what he needs. That's exactly what Helms needs to make it onto the championship round. Trevino's just, I don't know if he's pushing, but he's buying some time. Because look at Helms. He's trying to get that run down on the bottom. Clean air. It's a mistake for Trevino. Helms takes the clean air, and it allows him to drive up to his rear end. Helms goes to the outside trying to look for some air. He's going to come behind the back end of Trevino. They're going to go into turn number 1. Who's going to do what? Helms looking underneath Trevino. They might get together. All the cars behind need to watch out. Helms, Trevino, both battling hard. A 10th, now looking down the inside. Helms loose. All that momentum, progress he just did, all taken away now, and he just has to follow Trevino to turn 1 now and restart. 57 laps to go. We're done. We're about 60% done with this race. And this one is going down. Helms just trying to search for the clean air, sticking out the right front in front of Trevino. That's not what you want, though. You want your left front in. Helms should just go to the outside entirely. If he wants to make it around, I don't think that top's going to work for you. Trying to stay in the clean air off of turn 2. It just got burned. Not taking mental note. Just staying behind Trevino. He's not saving his tires. It's obvious. Trevino just running down the bottom. That top isn't working. Move! Yeah, he just doesn't realize it. But yeah, while this is happening, Finnegan Myers just classically destroying the field by about a six and a half, almost a 6.5 second gap. So putting on a clinic. Down the inside of Trent Wilkin, lap car. Now the first one down, so Brink's in trouble once again. If a caution were to fly, Wilkin would get the lucky dog. Helms just not able to get to Trevino, and Rhodes closing in. Helms falling back from Trevino. Road closing in on Tyler Helms. Zarate 5th. Tega 6th. Battling with the 0 right now of Wyatt Blair, who is a lap down. Wyatt D. Thompson goes a lap down on Finnegan Myers. So now he's in the lucky dog position. Ortega's next. It's just when will he get there? Helms just, he's out of it. That car is not handling well, and he is losing time, losing ground. Trevino starting to put the heaters on Myers. Trying to catch up to that number 12 machine. The cogs, the gears, it's a machine. And he actually runs a little slower than Myers that lap. But pulling away from Helms, so Helms has got to think of an alternative strategy if he wants to find a way to beat this 16 to that second position, because it isn't going to happen this run. Myers 28.186, Trevino 28.401. So Trevino not gaining on your leader. Well, we're about 48 to go, I think, or 49 to go. Now going to be 48 to go. So pit cycle should be coming up. When? I don't know. They should. 44 laps on these set of tires at the moment. That's it. But I'm not sure what the fuel is looking like. If I had to guess, it's around 60 to 70 70 laps. I don't think they can go a full 100. So we're gonna have to see. I will say, Road is closing into the back end of Tyler Helms, though. Oh, Helms is in. First one down pit road. This is the money. This is the money stint. And trust me when I say this, Tyler right here, this is going to be his only opportunity to go for fastest lap. He needs to get the fastest lap of the race. If he doesn't, It's jeopardy for this this number 83 car. This championship hope will be gone. There is nothing. It all comes down to this stop and getting that fastest lap. And then on top of that, he has to get second over Trevino. Which, that's tough. That is tough. Myers staying out on the track, still running incredibly fast lap times. Trevino just right behind him, not falling off as bad as we thought. Road behind him. And here's Helms out on the racetrack. Clean air in front of him. Clean air in front of the 83. This is going to have to be the money lap. I would set up for a Q lap, to be honest, but we'll see what Tyler Helms does. Got to get down to that bottom. Got to run this thing hard. Get the fastest lap. Helms trying to take the fastest lap. Looking like a clean lap, but if it's the fastest, I don't know. No, he sets up for a Q lap. Here he goes. Helms sets up for a Q lap, and now he wants to go. Myers not pitted. Trevino not pitted. Road not pitted. No traffic ahead of Tyler Helms. It's clean air. What's he going to do coming to the line? What kind of lap time will we see from the 83? Out of turn 4, the 83 does not go fastest lap. That could be it for Tyler Helms. These tires wear off so quick. He's going for another one out of a last-ditch effort, but your tires are likely too old now. Saving grace might be the night, but I don't know. Not sure. At this point for Tyler Helms, it's points or he's wrecking the car. Out of turn 4, Tyler Helms across the line. Ooh, that's a fast lap time, but not the fastest. Oh, so close. 26.852. Time to beat is a 26.808. Myers still not pitting. Trevino behind. Road follows. Zarate actually catching up to Nicholas Road. Tega now a lap down. Trevino staying out still. I think Helms is trying to go fastest lap once again here, but dirty air in front. I just don't see it. Yeah. Your tires are too old now. You're going to need a late race yellow. Trying to get around. Christian Zarate parks it in front of the 83. Well, Finnegan Myers, Tyler Helms is trapped a lap down. So, Tyler Helms will need to make a series of passes here if he doesn't want to get trapped a lap down if a caution does happen. If it does. I think right about now would honestly be an optimal time for Zach to pit because 30 laps seems to be the numbers that you can probably lean on your tires a little bit, but not give up too much. And Finnegan Myers has jumped Zachary Trevino. Trevino wants to lead a lap. He's going to do it. Rode stays out. Zarate staying out. Zarate actually trying to put the pressure on Nicholas Rode. Tyler Helms. He is the first car a lap down. Now hunting for Trevino to unlap himself completely. Still staying out. Finnegan Myers gets gapped by Tyler Helms, but to be fair, Tyler Helms is 3 seconds ahead, but he has older tires by around 12 laps. Myers should make easy work of that. Something real bad would have to happen for Myers to lose this race, I would say. Trevino getting pulled onto by Zarate a little bit. And Rode actually got passed by Zarate. So, second place goes to Christian Zarate. Myers closing in on Helms. But this strategy could actually hurt Trevino if he's not careful. Staying out this long, it removes his shot at the win, but now Tyler has completely caught back up to you. You're going to have to gain all that time back later. You just don't want to pit too late to where your tires are too worn that once you get in the air, you're not able to maneuver. So Trevino's got to consider pitting this time. He already just got unlapped by 2 of his competitors. And here comes Finnegan Myers for the lead. Zach staying out. And Myers back to the provisional lead of this race. But I would say it's not over, as Helms could easily take second. But those bonus points aren't there. He needs them, but you know, he doesn't have them. Trevino's still staying out. Is he good to the end? That'd be a miraculous display of saving and true experience. Yeah, Myers unlapped himself, and he's in 4th. So, I mean, he's going to have to... He's booking it. Honestly, the wise thing to do for these cars right now that have pitted before Trevino would be to actually to save your tires and reduce your pace to around that of Trevino. Because once Trevino pits, you already know you're going to have the leg up, but it's about having the tires at that point. And Trevino is coming in, I think. No, he's not. Still staying out. Myers for 3rd, gets past Rode. Trevino has to be playing some kind of strategy where he goes the full length. Has to be. I don't think there's any other kind of strategy I could think of where you would wait this long to pit. About a second a lap faster. This one could come down to the wire if Trevino's good to the end. Trevino 28.8. Very slow. But Myers is going to slow as he runs too. So you have to put that into consideration. So when Myers throws down here. Don't know if it'll be enough, though. Oh, Trevino is pitting. He is on pit road with Ortega, Nicholas Road. Finnegan Myers, he's going to get the provisional lead of this race back. With only 9-lap-old tires. So, I think Trevino might have dropped the ball on this strategy. I don't think 20 laps, that's straight 20 quali laps that Trevino will probably have to put up to be even in contention of Finnegan Myers. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for. He took just right sides. That's the strategy. Right sides and go. Ortega coming out with him. Needs to pick up around 20 seconds a lap time. I don't know if that's the strategy, because now that just gave Tyler Helms second. This one's going to be tough. Trevino's going to wheel his way around. But Helms is a lot slower. But it's whether within the last 20 or so laps here, Trevino can catch Tyler Helms or not. Because Finnegan Myers, he has this race won. There's no question. Unless some action happens. But with how clean and how few cars there are, I don't see the wrecks. I don't see it happening. 26.9 for Trevino. About a second a lap faster than Tyler Helms at the moment. Only 10 behind. Could easily catch Tyler here. If he doesn't mess up, he's in the wall. Maybe a slight rub, maybe nothing major. Second that lap. Just pulling on Tyler. You can see the intervals on your left on the ticker. You can see the gap between Zachary and Tyler. That plus whatever number there is, that's the distance to the car in front. So that's not the distance to the leader. That's the distance to the car in front of him. So Trevino, you can see, cut it down from 9 seconds that last lap to 8 this. And Tyler's just maintaining a gap with Finnegan Myers, with Myers pulling away. But Trevino's coming in hot. Yeah, Trevino's still the fastest car on track at the moment, but just Myers has pulled away by almost 10 seconds. Major victory margin. One of the biggest ones we've seen in a while. I think the last victory margin we saw that was over 10 seconds, I believe, was this season at Atlanta. But that's Atlanta. You're going to see some margins that are so big. You're wondering how the heck did the other drivers allow that to happen. But it's just a combination of a good driver, green flag runs, and Myers just being able to save tires effectively and pull away from the cars behind. Trevino is tracking down Tyler and Finnegan. I don't think Zachary does have enough time for both. He will put up a fight for Tyler, but as if he can go for the lead, I'm less unsure. Do not believe he can. Do not believe there's enough time. He's 15 back, and there's around 14 to go. And he would have to gain a second a lap, which he is not. Only 4/10 at the moment on Myers, but around 6/10 on Tyler Helms. So it's might be close for Helms and Trevino. Look at James Cesar's comment. You know, I would watch that. I would watch that, James. Yeah, I would watch that. Well, Brink is safe at this point with the cut line. It's Martinez which should be worried, but he doesn't have to be too worried, to be honest. This race is practically over. The championship 4 is almost decided. It's whether these drivers want to keep it together for the last 10 laps or so. Now looking behind on Tyler Helms' mirror. Trevino, he's there. Just 2 seconds back. Just went past the camera. Right here. Here's Trevino. Trying to sneak up on Tyler Helms. Helms is not going to be guaranteed the victory here. But he can take second. But I do not think there's any kind of additional bonus points he will receive. So chances are he'll put up a good result. But he could not make the final 4. Trevino with 10 to go, already within 2 seconds. Pulling into the 83's mirror. Just see both of them closing in on each other. Trevino within 1 second now. And we're coming down to 7 to go. 7 to go on this race. A battle for second. Trevino could win this one. Thompson getting out of the way of Trevino. And Trevino sends one down on the inside of Tyler Helms. Makes it stick. And gets past Thompson. No, he does not. Not past Thompson, yet the lap car. Helms goes down to aero block, the number 16. 83, back into the gas. They're racing towards turn 1. And Trevino is there. Down the inside. Helms cannot contest. And with 6 to go, you know, Helms does make the switch back. They go into 3. Trevino hot on his heels on the outside. Might have gone a little wide. He's in the wall. Helms back down the inside, trying to fight for the second spot. But Trevino's ahead. It's over for Tyler Helms. There would have to be a costly mistake from the 16 to let Helms back into this one. And that might have been it. Staying behind Trevino. Trying to build up a run down into turn 1. Just doesn't have the forward momentum he needs. The gap falling. Helms trying on a run, trying on luck. He's not going to do it as it stands at the moment. He would need a caution at this rate to even be back in this race. And Myers in a league of his own. 12-plus second gap. Victory margin we've seen only few times in the years in this league. 2 to go from Phoenix. Myers has dominated this one. Trevino has played a close second, but him staying out was a rough strategy call, to say the least. And it has not worked out to what I think Zach would have thought. Lost about 5 seconds due to that pit stop strategy on Myers. Myers across the line. White flag from Phoenix. Drivers, champions, all together are trying to get the one thing they all want, and that's a championship. How do you get a championship? You make your way in through the playoffs, and Finnegan Myers has done everything right this season. Finnegan Myers out of turn number 4. He's going to go fight for another championship, trying to win it back-to-back. Myers, your winner in Phoenix. Trevino, one of them drivers who hasn't really made a championship 4 appearance. He's been one of those drivers that definitely could do it, and he's going to make himself into the championship round. Helms falls slightly short. Brink is in 1. And that might be over for Brink. Brink's going to make the championship 4. And I think Martinez has done it too, even though with a DNF. Myers burning it down on Phoenix. He claims his 6th UIS Cup Series victory, and he does it in the deserts of Arizona. Universal Broadcasting Network. Seeing these burnouts after every race, it's special for those who win it. Gonna go fight for a championship. He wants another one. He's hungry. Wants a second championship. Would be the first in UIS history to do so. But, you also got Brink who's looking for his second too. Well, Myers winning at Phoenix. Going for a little bit more. He wants some more. Just special to see these kind of races. That was close for Tyler Helms. It's going to be a real heartbreaker for that number 83. Martinez made a costly mistake early on, and Tyler, unfortunately, wasn't able to capitalize. And it's over. It's over for Tyler Helms. The run has come to an end. We're going to get post-race interviews rolling here shortly on the Universal Broadcasting Network. Myers trying to find his way to victory lane here at the Phoenix Raceway. Go to victory lane. Kimura Motorsports cannot be more happier. Does that say built for clean air? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. bro not know how to get to victory lane? Burning it down, trying to go to victory lane. Struggling a little bit. That's okay. Well, yeah, Myers does win. We're going to get some post-race interviews here with your final four going in race order. So starting at the back would be Martinez. He's probably doing something, watching the live, his sharing his screen in there, but I don't care. I'm bringing him in. Hello, Martinez. Welcome to the Universal Broadcasting Network booth. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great, actually.
Yeah, we see that. Well, you made contact with Ortega earlier in the race to spin yourself across his front nose, ultimately ending your day. How nerve-wracking was it to see Tyler potentially being in a spot to knock you out?
Yeah, I really wasn't that worried, honestly. I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, Tyler is he's a good driver. I just knew that he was gonna push himself really, really hard, and he ultimately pushed himself too hard because he tried to go for the fastest lap twice in a row, and that killed his tire. And he still didn't get the fastest lap. Finn got it, and he ended up finishing third. Or actually, no, Trenton Wilkin got fastest lap.
Oh, Trenton Wilkin got fastest lap. He went out there and set a heater.
Oh, yeah. Well,
wow, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, 26.6. Wow, look at him. But yeah, he didn't set the fastest lap. He needed the fastest lap in to finish third. He got neither. He got no fastest lap, and he finished third. So that puts me +2 to the cut. I knew the situation the whole time. I was keeping Finn updated on points because, I mean, like, Finn will work with me. He's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that he'll manipulate a race, but like, you know, push comes to shove.
Yeah, just
he's not gonna let Tyler Helms win. He's gonna fight hard for it. So
well,
I always knew I had him in my back pocket.
Well, you're fighting for a Contender Series championship and a Cup Series championship. Which one are you, are you going to put any practice in for both of them, or are you just going to focus on one? What are you doing?
I might put in practice for Cup because, honestly, I came here and it was really, really tight. So.
All right.
And that's all I'll really practice for.
Well, you make the championship 4. You're going to be the 4th seed, and congratulations.
Thanks, man.
All right, next, moving up in the order, Logan Brink finished 6th. Hello, Logan Brink. All right, welcome to the Universal Broadcasting Network booth. You finished 6th today after getting involved in a middle race crash. You make the championship 4 once again. Are you trying to go for a second one here?
We'll see. I was pretty upset today because I don't know if you caught it, but there was a bit of drama between me and the 38 car. Apparently, I made him upset by saying something in the chat, and so he kept waiting for me until eventually he turned me. So I was a bit upset there. I'm amazed I even made the final 4, but I guess I'll try again next week. So. See what happens.
Well, can you, I don't know. Can you talk about your race? Like, what led up to that? Like, why'd you make him mad? Like, what'd you say?
Well, it starts at Nashville.
Okay.
He was just driving, not necessarily wrong, but he was just driving annoying. And he's not in the playoffs, so I don't know why he's driving like that. Like blocking and dirty air, all that crap. Then we get to Watkins Glen. He wrecks himself twice right in front of me, and my race is over after all the work I did there. And now this week, I don't know who to blame in the incident with Nick and the whole turning and wrecking on the backstretch, but he was involved again. And once again, he's not in the playoffs, so I don't know why he's doing all that.
It was Martinez. He cut
But
across
I
his
don't.
nose.
Yeah, well, right. Then I said something in the chat. I said he was kind of catching back up to me after the restart because I was so damaged and he was about to pass me, and I can't say it because I swore, but it made him mad, and then he started slowing down for me and kind of air blocking me, and just I slowed down to let him in front again, and then he would slow down away from me, and yeah, eventually I guess it was netcode, but it was probably gonna happen eventually when he turned me.
Well, despite the unfortunate circumstances this week, how do you feel about Homestead as a track?
Oh, I like it. I haven't tried it on this new car yet, but last season I did pretty well there. So we'll see. I mean, I just don't have a lot of motivation right now, so it's gonna be. I don't know if I'll practice that much. We'll see. I guess I like it though.
All right, well, Logan, thank you for taking your time to do the interview, and we'll see you next week at Homestead for the championship.
All right, thanks.
Up next, finishing second in this race, he's going to be your second seed for the championship fight, Zachary Trevino. Actually, he's second seed. Hey, Zachary Trevino, welcome to the Universal Broadcasting Network booth. How you doing?
Pretty disappointed, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, you that gap formed to 13.5 seconds. Despite that, you're going to be fighting for your first championship next Saturday. So how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. We're going to put a lot of work into the car coming into Homestead. I think we're definitely going to give it a run. We're going to do a lot of work, lots of practice. We're going to make sure this car's ready for Homestead. But yeah, couldn't get him today. I had a fast car. I feel like if I would have qualified better, maybe. But I couldn't get a hang of the car today. Disappointed.
Yeah, Phoenix is a tough racetrack. Overall, what better could you have done to, mitigate that gap that Finn put on you two?
I feel like if I would have jumped Finnegan off the restart, maybe tried passing him or just getting ahead of him, got that clean air, and then I feel like that would have done me good. Or I feel like if I couldn't conserve better, I would have been better off. I just was pushing the whole time for some reason. Don't know what got into me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, like I said, you're going to be fighting for your first championship. You can always you can deny them next week, so you got something.
Yep.
You got that to look forward to. So, all right, well, we're going to let you go, celebrate your podium finish tonight and making your championship berth here.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Next up, Finnegan Myers. Welcome to the UIS booth. How you doing?
I mean, I can't complain. We did a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, clearly. This is one of the largest margins I've ever seen in a win in the Cup Series in quite a while. Take me through your race on how you did that, because that's 13.5 seconds. That's a crazy gap.
Yeah, thank you. This is the biggest gap since when we won the Brickyard earlier this year. But yeah, we were good in practice, ran a good lap in qualifying, get it on pole, and then why am I not surprised? We had technical issues on lap one, had some power flickers, and the FPS dropped to 5 entering turn one, so I got loose and then just couldn't see where I was to save it. So I just locked down, let it slide out of the way for everyone, and then head down and started driving back through the field. I was mad, it sucks, but at least we weren't wrecked. We barely touched the wall. I was just happy we didn't back it in the wall and destroy our car lap one, turn one. And then just started passing through the field. You've driven these cars. It's hard to pass, but it was definitely possible tonight. Long runs were really good to us, as we saw at the end. And then I worked my way up to about 6, I believe. And we had that huge wreck coming out of 2. And I've yet to see the replay. I need to go watch it, but my PC is not letting me open the replay. But I don't know how we made it through. We shot right through the middle. Not a scratch on our car somehow. So that was awesome. Finally, we had some good luck. And then from there, I knew we had the best car. The 2 people I was worried about the most was Wilkin and Martinez, and they both were out of it. So we just had to be patient from there and got the lead and just drove off on the long run. And I'm glad we ended on a green run. It's been a few weeks since we've had a really nice green flag run. That was more than one pit cycle, so that was cool to see.
All right. Well, you know what? You're going to be fighting for another championship. You know, you won last season's championship. What are you going to do to make sure you get it again and become the first two-time champion in the Universal iRacing Series?
Yeah, we've been there before. We know what we need to do. We know what we have to do to execute that race. And like I said last year, I'm a really big fan of Miami, and I think it plays to our driving style really, really well. So just can't overthink it. It's just another race. Go in there and run it like we have the past couple weeks. I believe the last two ovals we swept qualifying, fastest lap, most led, race win. We've been really good. So just got to continue that streak for one more race.
All right. Thank you, Finnegan Myers. Go celebrate in victory lane, and we'll see you next week fighting for a championship.
For sure. This was super cool to us for one reason, and that was because this season I've won with every single sponsor primary that I've had this year. I've won with every single one except Edmunds Motorsports coming into this race. And this is next week we're going to run Battleborn again for the championship, which hopefully we're going to win. So this is our last chance to get the win and make sure we had a win with every single sponsor on the car. And I've got a lot of family here that ended up watching this one. So it was super cool to win for them and to win for Edmunds Motorsport to make sure they got their win this season. So just wanted to throw that in there.
That's cool. All right. Well, we'll see you later.
Yes, sir. See you next week.
All right. Well, I'm going to give a little bit of a bonus interview here to Tyler Helms. Tyler Helms is going to be joining the Universal Broadcasting booth. Tyler Helms, Universal Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yeah. So
you come up short by 2 points today. What did you need? What did you need more?
I did 8 thousandths on, so I got word middle of the race that I needed P3 and fastest lap or any bonus point. I knew my best chance was fastest lap, and that was to get past Martinez. And you know, my lap that I went for fastest lap after that last pit stop, yeah, I felt it was pretty solid. I feel like I could have picked up the throttle a little bit harder in 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 I got pretty loose off exit, or pretty tight off exit, I mean. And that's just, I mean, it's minimal time. That's really all I needed, or I could have won. And I mean, there was no chance I was gonna win unless there was a yellow at the end. But you know, we gave it all we had. We end the season way better than we started. I think going into the last week of the regular season, I had 2 top 10s all year, 2 top 5s, something like that. And then I think I've got like 6 in like the last 9 races, or 6 in like the last 8 races. So that's a good way to end the year, and it's a lot better to end the season than how we did last season at Phoenix.
All right. Well, you come up just short this time. Are you doing a contender? I don't remember.
For championship?
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, I'm not in.
Okay. Well, you don't make any kind of playoff championship round this season, but you know, what are you looking forward to next season?
Well, you know, for Cup, we're still that first win's still lingering. I mean, this is 2 full seasons now where with no wins, and I feel like I've been close many times. I feel like I've been like one move or one strategy call mistake from getting a win. I mean, we've seen my pace the last 3 months now, or 2 months. It's been really solid. I've seen a couple of the tracks on the schedule next season. I feel like it suits me pretty well.
It's gonna get unique.
Obviously, just still looking for that first win, but it's also like being able to stay consistent throughout the year, because I feel like I had a bunch of races where I was either getting wrecked out or just wasn't consistent enough at all until the playoffs. I mean, this round honestly is my best 3 races I've ever put up besides trucks last season. I finished, I think it was 3rd, 4th, and 3rd, and I don't get in because of those playoff points, which we're gonna need to get some of those to, you know, contend for a championship. And if iRacing keeps this tire model, which I feel like I've adapted to really well, and I feel like it's made me better with the next gens, I feel like hopefully we can see ourselves in the championship next season, and you know, hopefully win it. I mean, it's gonna be tough to beat out Finnegan, but I feel like we can get there next season.
Little up on the rise here. You know, some positive motivation going into next season. Well, celebrate your season, Tyler. You know, you had a good drive, you had a good effort, and unfortunately, you just came up short. So we're going to let you go here, and thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
All right, well, that's going to seal up Universal iRacing Series Filtertime Cup Series competition today. I am Jake McQuill in the booth, and I am so happy to have broadcasted this cutoff race to the Championship 4. Catch us next Wednesday night, or not next Wednesday night, that is trucks. Yes, actually, you can catch us on Wednesday night. Yes, you can. On Wednesday night, you can catch us next Wednesday night to get the Prestige Truck Series. I don't know where they're going. Phoenix. So the Prestige Truck Series does head to this racetrack, so we will be back here on Wednesday. Saturday night, though, Cup Series competition goes to Miami, and we battle it out for a champion. Finnegan Myers could potentially defend his championship, go for a 2-time championship winner. Logan Brink also in that conversation. Trevino and all of them trying to duke it out. And on Friday night, we will have Contender Series racing at Miami to battle it out for a championship, and that one will also be exciting. It's been a long one, and like I've said, I'm so happy to have been broadcasting here today.